So good afternoon, everybody. I'd just like to remind you to keep your mics muted. Are you all hearing me, right? Okay. So I'm going to read the biography of Mr. Treldon Layne. We are pleased to invite him this evening to have a session with our Form 5 students. We know you all starting back school on Monday, and this is a difficult time. It is also a new process for you all to learn online, and it is different. School is going to be different, but it's not a bad time. It's also exciting and a bit, different from the norm. So we're learning using technology, and I'm excited for this to happen as well. So Mr. Layne is here to motivate you all, to let you know that it is all in your mind to decide for yourselves if you are going to let the challenges affect you, or if you are going to make the choices in order to move on with your life despite the challenges. All right. So we're very grateful and thankful that he's here this afternoon to share his knowledge, and I am so happy that he agreed to do this for you all. Thank you, sir. Mr. Layne, Mr. Treldon Layne is
Yes.
2 years of age and is a resident of Freeport, Central Trinidad. He has always displayed a passion for motivational speaking and inspiring others. Treldon believes the world today can be a negative place, and motivation is needed now more than ever, especially for the new generation. He also enjoys writing motivational quotes, and he is the founder of Treldon's Greetings, a unique greeting line that was created with the intention to inspire individuals. He has written 2 books of poetry entitled They Stole It and I Must Replace It, and Rise Up and Bolt Forward. The National Registry of Cultural Workers has recognized Treldon as an artist in the field of poetry. He was mentored by the renowned Miss Renee Cummings through the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism. The famous Kenny Phillips taught Treldon recording engineering, and he has had over 200 contact hours. The gift of songwriting comes naturally to Treldon, and he was able to hone his skills under the tutelage of Dr. Winsford Devine, who has written songs for famous artists such as the Mighty Sparrow, Baron, and Marshall Montano. On completing a mentoring course with Dr. Devine, his advice to Treldon was to find a singer to launch his composed song and work together to become known in the public. Treldon heeded his advice and eventually sought out upcoming singer Kay Prince, who became his first client. And after that, he ventured into the field of managing artists. Currently, Treldon is the writer of a motivational column for the Guardian newspaper and has been approached by a popular radio station to produce a motivational minute segment with his company, Treldon Layne Management Group. He hopes to manage more artists and to continue inspiring persons to become happy in their daily lives. And without further ado, sir, I welcome you to take the mic.
Thank you, Miss Ishmael. I must say that I like your reading. You're a very good reader, and I do enjoy that you have taken the time to let me be a part of your classroom. So I'm
Thank you,
now going to
sir.
start.
Yeah.
That's no problem, miss. Greetings to the principal, teachers, and students of Asher Gills College, Barropo. I would like to thank you all for having me, and much thanks and appreciation to all of you as well. It is an honor to be a part of your classroom at home virtually. I am Treldon Layne, columnist for Guardian newspaper and motivational speaker. Now let's get to it through motivation. Before I start, I want to say this to you. I welcome your comments. I will embrace your comments. So if you all want to interact with me, you can message on the board and Miss can read the comments to me and I will answer it, or you all could do it, whoever the Miss, whatever you have plans to, but I will take your comments without any hesitation. because I like to hear from young people because you are all the future for this country. The theme is the choices we make predicts our future. That's a very strong theme because choices always affects us. And if we as individuals don't see that choices are what can take us down a particular direction, we are blinded to what life is and we're not really facing the reality of what life is. The subtitle is, which your miss came up with this subtitle, where ambition is formed and goals are achieved. I love it. I love that theme. I think I may do an article on that. I hope the miss give me that privy, do an article on that theme, because I think it's a very nice theme she composed there. Why is choices important in our life now? You all at school, and we are living now in this time, in this situation, in this pandemic. We are going through this all together. All of us are going through this. So whatever you do, it leads you a particular direction because anything you do in life will either be negative or positive. So I always strive, my personal perspective, always strive to be positive because once you do negative traits or negative attributes, you're going down a road of self-destruction. Negativity only works this much. It can only work this much. It don't last forever. So my tip to each and every one of you, always strive to be positive. Now I want to tell you all something. You are at school. There's a term that I coined is milk your parents. You may wonder, why am I saying milk your parents? Because if you ask anyone of in society, a parent, a father, whatever, they have the best intention for you. At this particular age, I use the word at this particular age, you have to strive to become the best that you can become. Every parent, any normal thinking parent, want the best for their children. So you at this particular age, use what they have given to you, whereby feeding you, making you get better with education, making you achieve things by using their resources. But milk them in a sense that you make yourself somebody. Because it's only natural that a parent want the best for their children. What is good choices? I'm going to read this. A good choice are decisions that keeps you heading in the direction in which you want to go. Now, bad choices, on the other hand, ends up being counterproductive and can quickly begin spiraling into depression, stress, confusion, and despair. So you see, choices have a lot to do with everything we do in life. It's always a choice, and it's always two things. Either you want to go left or right. I call that an indicator because an indicator is you go right or left. So that's what choices is. You may have more options in choices, but it mostly gives two choices. That's normally two options. But you must always try, again, I'm going to reinforce, always try to do the right thing, the better thing, humanistic thing, whereby you as the individual can make yourself better. How do you know if you have made good decisions? The following can tell you by doing the work as now. And let me assess the word now. We are always in the present. That's where our power lies. Our power lies not in yesterday. Yesterday has far gone. We have no control on yesterday. Also, we have no control of the future. But there's a but. You can shape your future by what you do now. Because if you take your education, which I'm sure each and every one of you are doing, you take education, you are doing something that can eventually lead you to a more productive road. Because without education in this world is a very tough world, is a very hard world. So choices again is very important. So you now have the power, but now, I use the word now, to change your future. Now, because you cannot change the past. But, there's a but, you can change your future by now. These are some things that you could do. I'm going to read them out. Pay attention to your personal motivation. Pay attention to your personal motivations. What inspires you? What gives you hope? What gives you solace? You have to know this. And let me tell you all something. In every one of our lives, all of us are complex beings, meaning we have unique traits, unique attributes. So what is good for Jack may not be good for Paul. What is good for Paul may not be good for Bill. Because we are all individuals. So you have to know what works for you. And nobody on this earth could decipher what is best for you. You have to decide that. So it always comes on again. I'm going to reinforce it, a choice. Recognizing and acknowledging uncertainty and changes. In the world we live in today, is unpredictable. Right now, the pandemic is unpredictable because, you know, it's a very trying time the world is going through right now, a very trying time. And it's like we are all uncertain of the future right now because, I mean, any one of us can be infected with the virus at any given moment. So it's uncertainty. Again, take your precautionary steps, wash your hands, follow good hygiene, and just play safe because everything in this world is uncertain. Again, but also come down to your choice by what you do. Consider the broader context. That is something that context, how can you see what can work for you? What can make you a better person? What book you can read? Okay, let me give a punchline. You can read my article. My article comes out fortnightly. It's coming out that this Friday, next week Friday, one is coming out again. So my article basically deals with inspiring my audience because I see the value in making people better or trying to be an aid to you to find yourself. I use the word yourself. Ask yourself if this is the right thing to do. When you question yourself and you wonder if this is the right thing to do, that's kind of like if you're reasoning. You have to reason. It just kind of goes fly by night. Reasoning is very important. Leave emotion out of it. That's a very valid point. Because, when we are going through our trials and tribulations, all of us go through trials and tribulations, we get caught up in our emotions because we are human beings and we are driven by emotions. Whatever happens affects us. So emotions is what drives us as being humans. But don't make a decision right there on the spot. Give it some time. Settle down. Cool your head. And then make that decision. Because if you make a decision just off the spot, it can be a decision out of your emotion. And it can be a very negative decision that you also make. So always cool your head and see how you can sort out your problems. Redefine focus, estimating, eliminating all distraction. What can be distraction to you? What? Let me see if I can bring this home for you all. You all at school. You have friends. Your friends want to talk on, let's say, maybe WhatsApp. Everybody on WhatsApp these days. or Messenger, Facebook, or Instagram. Everybody Instagramming. You know, what is your distraction? And you have to eliminate that. Because again, your goals is to continue to become a better person, educate yourself, and make yourself somebody. And I use the term, make yourself somebody. Nobody can make you somebody if you don't see the value of being that somebody. The only person who can make you somebody is yourself. So continue really finding yourself. Be mindful of the settings. Settings, just be mindful. Be mindful that every particular area there's settings, there's rules, there's different locations or environments. So that's a setting. So be mindful of it. And always know to always again do the right thing. In the long run, you may feel like you're a fool. Nobody else is doing the right thing, but I guarantee you it will pay off. It always pays off. Practice doing the right thing always. Consider others' perspective. Why would you want to take advice? I am a motivational speaker, and sometimes when I'm going through my trying days, which is very rare for me because I'm a very happy person, I normally get depressed. I'm confessing to you all now. I really get it. Actually, I don't get depressed. I may get burned out, like stressed out, with workload, but I don't suffer from depression. I'm always perky and happy. It means the same thing actually. But I know the value of seeking out friends, seeking out people who I value in my circle, other opinions. So always strive to get somebody, a trusted friend, to find out let me hear what you think about this. Let me hear what's your perspective on this. Again, I'm going to reinforce it. Always make the right decisions. It pays off in the end. Why is preparation the key to success? If you don't prepare for your future, how can you say you have done something worthwhile? Preparation is the key to success. You have to prepare for the future. You have to prepare for what the future is going to be for you. If you don't do that, it's like you're just walking blindly with a blinded on your eyes. Where are you going? If you don't know your direction, any road will take you where you so perceive to go. So preparation, being prepared way in advance, can take you down a road of success or failure by what you do. And again, it is choices. So your schooling, take it very seriously. I applaud you girls for taking your schooling. Take your books, study your book, become something of substance, become something of worth that you see as worth for you. I cannot tell you what you have to do with your life, but I can tell you, make yourself somebody. And schooling is one of the best ways who can achieve that. Realities of life, of our lives are, we all have problems, we all have complications. Working on yourselves to find the true happiness. Your miss wanted me to touch on that, and I'm going to touch on it because I believe this is what is most important. Working on yourself to find true happiness. Are you happy? Where does happiness come from? Let me burst your bubble. Happiness comes from who you are inside. Yes, you may look to God. God is great. We all have to look to God because right now we need God in our life. But happiness is an internal being, meaning you have to look deep enough inside to find it. And again, happiness is all what matters most in our lives. Because if you're unhappy, you can have it all and still be a mess. This is a quote that I wrote many years ago. Make yourself a subject. Study yourself well too. When I say make yourself a subject, that is very deep because you all know what the subjects you all are going through that in your schooling right now. Why do you study your books? Let's say math, English. Why do you study English? Why do you study maths? Why do you study science? Because you want to become versed in that particular field, that particular topic, that particular subject. When I say make yourself a subject, study yourself. Study who you are. Redefine who you are and become a better person by what you find. This is a very strong quote because most of us fail to study who we are. We feel somebody else can make us happy. If that's your pre-thought, you are deceiving yourself. Nobody can make you happy if you yourself not happy. If you's a mess, it will be a mess, basically. A mess in a mess is a mess. So what I'm saying, make yourself a subject. Study who you are. Study what you're about and redefine your world. Here's some helpful quotes that I find noteworthy that can really show the power of change or choices. It is our choices, students, who you are, students, that shows who we truly are, far more than our ability. Very strong words. Attitude is a choice. Very strong words again. And next quote, that's what I will give you. You cannot control the behaviors of others, but you can always choose how you respond to it. Again, a choice. Now, I would like to mention one of your classmates, Akila Brown, who reached out to me via email with nice advice on how to improve my columns, my column actually, my articles. Akila is the reason why I'm in your virtual classroom today. Akila, if you're hearing me, I want to say thank you, and I do appreciate that you are reading my columns and you're reading my articles, and and I like how you're tracking with it and you're making it work for you. Again, by what I write, yes, you have taken the steps to make yourself somebody and make you better. And thank you for that very heartfelt letter, and I must say it was well received. Thank you, Akila Brown. I would like to give you an open invitation. I like feedback because I believe I'm here to serve. And I cannot serve you if you don't allow me to serve you. My email is treldonlayne@gmail.com. If you're not sure, you can talk to your miss. Your miss can also give you my email. It spells TRELDONLAYNE@gmail.com. It's you can email me your feedback on what your thoughts are about my talk, what you think about it, what's your feedback on it. So I will really embrace your email, and I guarantee you will get a response from me. I am going to respond to you directly. We are all in this together to help someone out. And that's the human thing to do. You may wonder why is that important? We as individuals, we cannot stand alone. No man is an island. We need to support each other to get through this crisis we are going through in the world today. And all of us matters. All of us have importance. And all of us have value. When you think that you're not important, I say to you, you are important. So again, we are all in this together. I'd like to thank someone who have reached out to me as well. Is a loyal reader of my column. His name is Richard Bruce Morale. This one of my Lord, we have my articles, and I must say that he really encouraged me to continue writing, because I mean, writing is a lonely profession. In case you all don't know, you are mostly in a room and writing by yourself. But he always encouraged me, and I can tell you something which we all this together. As much as you may think that I'm on Guardian newspaper, I don't need anyone, or I maybe have arrived. I'm saying to you, I am vulnerable. We are all in this together. I need your voice. I need your concern. I need your reply. And we are all, no man is island. We are all in this together. Now, this is what you miss wanted me to touch on. I'm going to touch on it. I'm going to touch on it. Having money don't necessarily makes you happy or a happier person. You may think by having money, oh, I have arrived, I've reached, I can be a particular way, I can act a particular way. Money does not equal to happiness. Again, if you are a mess, everything else will be a mess. Nothing is wrong with having money, but focus more on making yourself happy. Because once you have money and you have happiness, then everything has substance in your life. But if you have money and you don't have happiness, you have nothing. Nothing is wrong with having money, or nothing. I'm not going to say having money is a curse from God. No, it's not. We need it. We have to survive. We have to live. But my honest plea is that you make yourself a subject. And that's the way you can redefine yourself. People of wealth like Robin Williams, I show you all of Robin Williams, who was a great actor and comedian. But like any one of us, if we are unhappy, all the money in the world is nothing. Let me bisect that statement for you. Robin Williams was an actor in America, Hollywood. And everybody will perceive being a star. You are it. You have hit the jackpot. But you could have it all and still be unhappy. And that's why I'm putting the focus and the emphasis. Make yourself a subject and study yourself. Don't try to make yourself unhappy, but try to find yourself. Find who you are. Find what you're about. And change your future by what you do. Why, you may ask, what is more important in this world? Is not happiness what matters most? In life, happiness is what matters most. When you are happy, you are at peace. Let me bisect that for you. When you are at peace, you are cool to face a new day. Let me give you a assignment to do. When you are angry and you are displeased, and you normally have negative things to say, negative traits. But once you are happy and you're more at peace, it shows something that we human beings need to demonstrate positive attributes, positive traits to be at peace. Because when you're not at peace, you're miserable. That's a fact. Which is real happiness. I use the word real happiness. So please, I'm urging all of you to strive to be a better human being. Speak the truth and live your truth, and continue to make yourself a subject. And by you doing that, you can change your life. And by you changing your life, you can change the world. In conclusion, thank you for having me, and I will strive to continue imparting my wisdom to you, so to us all, we can make any value of sense of what we are inside fully and firstly. And I use the word fully and firstly. In conclusion, again, continue working on yourself, redefining yourself, and you will see the joy That is in you, because no one can make you happy but yourself. Continue. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate this. Do we have any questions, students? Any questions at all?
I will love questions. Please, somebody. Is Akila belong there? Is she there? Can she talk?
Yeah.
Akila, are you there? Are you hearing
Hi.
me? Good. It's
Yeah.
nice talking to you. So you're the reasons why I'm at your school, your virtual school, I must say, your virtual school, your classroom, and I must say that I really like how you reach out to me, and I'm endorsing that your classmates and whoever is hearing my voice. I'm not a monster. I'm a very friendly. I'm a loving guy. I'm very loving. And I would love to hear from you. So don't be ashamed. If you want my contact again, go talk to Miss or again for the killer. I'm open to embrace any one of you because in fact of life, we are all here to serve. And I see my life as being a service. Akila, I really appreciate you and thank you for reaching out to me. Yes. Any more comments? Any questions for me?
No one has any questions? Would you like anything at all addressed?
Come on, girls, you all can say something to me. I would love to get your feedback. I
Okay.
guess they're shy, miss. I
You
guess
also
they're
put
shy.
it in the chat if you have any questions and I can ask you.
Yeah, miss can answer, that's no problem.
Um, Anybody? All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything, so all right.
I have a question.
So go
Go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Oh, I'm hearing you very well.
Oh, well, actually, I have this issue with being, I'm being sad these days, and
Wow.
I don't know how to motivate myself because I have some issues. Like as you said, that everyone have problems. So,
Yes.
um, I want to know how to motivate myself because I try always. So, could
Okay,
you help me?
can I talk to you and I'll get out of you? What do you enjoy doing?
Hmm. Listening music.
What type of music remind me acting?
Oh my God, it's dancehall.
Oh, you love that song. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe if you go online on the same YouTube, you can look up motivational videos, and you can play it there. You can listen to it. I would recommend you go to Fearless Motivation. I find they always hit the nail. You search it Fearless Motivation. That's a channel there. I find they always hit the nail. So but again, um, I'm so that's all. Certain things you do will rub you a particular way, will react a particular way, but you have to know what works for you, what really find that joy and happiness inside. Again, you have to take the time to want to find it, and you have to take the time to try to ignite that spark in you, because there's always hope on them. When you think there's no hope, there's hope. The fact that the sun is shining, there's hope. So always look for the brighter day, the future. And again, look at motivational videos on YouTube. My recommendation, a channel you should go to is Fearless Motivation. I'm telling you my secrets. They always hit the nail. I endorse them. So did I answer your question?
Okay, thank you very much.
How can I get your name?
Tia Telesphone.
If you want, you can reach out to me and I can further talk to you and give you more advice.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Any more questions? I love the questions. I love to be questioned.
We have a question from Ashley Charles. Go ahead, Ashley.
All right. So, good evening.
Yes.
right? So I seem to motivate others, but yet still can't find to motivate myself.
Can I ask you a question? We have to talk. Which is more important to you? Your friends, somebody else, or yourself?
Well, happiness starts with ourselves, but
Correct.
you wouldn't
So,
like to see a friend being down or depressed. That's why
yes.
you will go and help them.
Right. So I understand that you help other people, but you also have to take the advice yourself. Because if you just helping, giving, let me ask you a question. If you have a cup of water, and let's use the water as motivation, and you keep giving somebody else a sip to drink the motivation, what's going to happen to your cup of water?
It will run out, and then you'll be
Right.
like,
Correct. The very first thing you have to do is build yourself. Reinforce your wall. Look at your next illustration. If you are at the beach, and let's say they have a wall right by the seabed, and the wave continually beats upon that wall, what eventually will happen to that wall?
it gets weak and break down.
Correct. But there's a but. Hear the but now. If they reinforce the wall, hear the word reinforcement, what will happen to the wall?
It will stand strong.
Very well. So you have to reinforce yourself. Because you cannot give what you don't have. You have to have it in you to give it. So reinforce yourself to be of help to somebody else. In other words, let your cup become full and let somebody else drink from the cup. But don't let the cup become empty with no water because you won't have nothing to give. Make sense?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And again, you can reach out to me and I will gladly further we can talk further about it. I'm very open.
Okay.
Any more
Okay.
questions from anybody?
Anybody else? Anybody else? You could raise your hand on the screen or you could just unmute your mic.
Somebody's asking where's my email. Can you type my email on the screen, miss?
Sure. Afterwards, I can send it to your form teacher. I sent it to
Okay,
them
cool.
already, but I'll send it
All right,
again.
cool. Yes.
I will also send you contact number if that's okay.
That's no problem, no problem. I
They
will
can
gladly,
WhatsApp you.
let me tell you something. I believe God gave me a gift of voice, of speech, of being a motivating speaker. And my goal is to help other people to find happiness. Because I believe, again, I'm going to say it, if you're not happy, you have nothing. So I will feel so grateful and you feel happy because I can tell you how I feel. Once you're happy, you can face your day with assurance that you're bliss. And the blessedness is what brings happiness. So I will be very happy to serve.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Just a couple of things I got from his message. Pay attention to your own personal motivations. What motivates you? I would like to
Hi.
note. Hi.
My question.
Uh-huh.
Miss Ishmael, excuse me.
Sure.
Um, Aisha Lewis will like to ask a question, but is a bit shy at the moment.
Okay. Aisha, go ahead. We can't hear you. You have to unmute your mic.
Miss, I was wanted to ask. I was confused about what I wanted to be because I really don't like nothing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
Aisha, can I talk to you?
Let's see.
Why do you say you don't like nothing? Explain that for me. After hear your thoughts before I give a comment.
Because I usually, anytime I try to do something, it It just feel like if it's not for me, it just doesn't make
Why?
sense.
Why do
Because
you feel that way? You must have a reason why do you feel that way.
I don't even know, because like other people be getting through with it, and I just be getting through it as fast as them.
Can I tell you something? Everybody have a day. So even though if your day take 20, 30, a year, whatever, it will occur. But the key of life is continue working on it. Now I know what it's like to lose hope. Because before I found myself, I've been through dark days in my life. So I know what it's like to lose hope. But I can tell you, I held on. I hold on. And today I'm reaping the fruits of what I did in the past. So my goal is to you is to reignite your passion,
Oh,
reignite what you need to find. And again, look inside for those answers. And if you feel like you're feeling purposeless, that's a sad thing to do. And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to do more damage than good. But I think we should talk privately because I have to ask you more questions. But again, a fire can only be out by water or covered with stopping the air from going. So you want to find out what is the reason why you feel that way. And once you found the reason, you can know what you need to solve it. But again, there's always hope. Sometimes when we think there's no hope, there's hope. And I'm going to use a word, and I want to ask you what you all know the meaning of this word. Do you know the meaning of naive? Could anybody tell me the meaning of naive? Anybody? I want to hear your voices. Mr. Anderson, what do you mean of naive?
Me?
Anybody? Naive.
Okay, naive means when you don't want me to answer?
Lacking knowledge, basically, right?
Yes.
And let me tell you what I observe about teenagers. When you are a teenager, I was once there, Miss was once there. I can tell you I was very naive. Because we feel we know so much and yet we know nothing. So you are now growing up, you're now becoming a grown woman in society. Don't look at it in a negative, look at it positive of what you're doing and take your education. Continue making yourself somebody. Because trust me, I'm going to say it again, the sun will shine. And sometimes when you think that there's no hope, there's always hope. Did I answer your question?
yes, sir.
There's always hope. But if you want, you can call me and I will talk to you in private because I don't want to say anything to put your business on the street personally. Miss, is this the end? You tell me when to close off.
Okay, all right. So I was just waiting a few seconds. Anybody else have any questions? All right. So, well, Aisha, to address what you said from Mr. Layne's speech, one of the things you mentioned is making decisions with a calm mind and not when you're emotional or when you're feeling sad or anything like that. And it's okay to feel sad sometimes. It's okay to feel lost and you don't know how to decide or what to do and all of that. It's okay to feel like that. Don't worry. What it's not okay to do though is to develop destructive habits to hide those feelings. So you need to recognize those feelings in you and then do a lot of deep searching within yourself to figure out the reasons why I feel like that. And that is an important question. Why do I feel that way? So if I feel like that, there must be some reasons and what it is affecting my emotions. So one of the things that I practice is meditation, and I get answers from meditating by asking myself questions, by asking myself, who am I? What am I? What do I really want? And what decision, especially when I have a decision to make, which is the best decision, I meditate on it. And I just meditate that it doesn't have to be any particular music or any particular thing. But I spend time in silence and I just close off from everything and I focus on my breath and I meditate. And that helps me to make the decisions that I want. And I listen to myself. And that there's a quotation by Deepak Chopra that I love. When you quiet the mind, the soul will speak. And that helps me a lot. When you silence the mind, the soul will speak. So however you feel, it's okay. Accept that you feel like that and understand why you feel like that. And then try to make decisions based on your own feelings. Right? How you feel is best for you. And that is important. Always, always listen to your own feelings. Don't ignore it. Your gut feelings are one of the best North Stars you could ever find to point you in the right direction. Always listen to those feelings and always ask yourself, why am I feeling like that? Spend time with yourself in silence to figure it out. Nothing's wrong with that. We all do it. So, all right. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate the effort that you took and the time. And the fact that you made it so easy and available to you for this entire week, all my phone calls and messages, you responded. And I appreciate that. Akila, would you like to give the vote of thanks, please?
Okay, hi.
Hi.
My camera's on my. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Treldon Layne, for doing this for us on behalf of Agile and the rest of for me, on behalf of my teachers. Thank you for taking the time to just give us some advice and to motivate us and encourage us. It's challenging as to with the corona and all these things, and somebody interested in youth and wants to encourage youth and what's the best. So now we want to thank you for coming and sharing us. So thank you.
No problem. I will always be there.
Yes, and I will share your phone number and email address so
Yes,
that the
yes,
students
yes.
can get it.
That's no problem, miss.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you
No
guys.
problem, miss.
Thank you for being a good audience. And thank you for
Thank
following
you.
all the
Thank you,
rules. I
girls.
well appreciate it, girls.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem, no problem. I'm always here.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.